So today was one of the final days of our 7 Days to Sustainability Challenge. I'm here with Amy Seabrook from Planet Positive, the organisers of the 7 Days initiative, and Amy just joined me for a lunch. So I thought it'd be nice just to have a little summary perhaps about how it's been going and what you thought of what we've done.
Sure.
Then we can use that to kind of as a learning for other businesses that potentially are thinking about the 7 Days Challenge but don't know if it's going to be too difficult.
Sure.
So I suppose the last stage for us was to kind of communicate a lot about what we've done. So I mean, what kind of ideas and tips do you have for that?
No, it's really great, the work that Lifestyle has done throughout the week. We've loved watching the blogs and the video blogs and the interviews, and they're just so helpful. And the reason that we have Communicate as Day 7 of the campaign is because we need to spread the message. So even though 7 Days predominantly works with small businesses, we're also working with our corporate partners and our supporters to spread the message further, so it's got a bigger impact. So Tesco's are working with their supply chain and they're encouraging them to take up the campaign. So it's not just these small businesses that we can help sort of kickstart their sustainability journey.
Mm-hmm.
So the more people talk about it and the more that they can spread the word, the more advice we can give out and the more we can improve our content and offer more tips. So events like today were brilliant, meeting WRAP, because they've got some really good ideas on food waste.
Mm-hmm.
And all those kind of tips and ideas are not just good for businesses, but they're also brilliant for the employees when they're at home. And we're hoping that 7 Days is not only good for when you're in the office and when you're working with people, but also you're thinking about things that you can take home and improve sustainability kind of in the environment in general, and in life in general.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing I was going to say, that we've now done it. I think maybe some businesses sort of think, oh, they're too big, there's not much they can learn from it. But I don't think we didn't experience that, and as you say, I think there's a lot of things we can take home. So I mean,
definitely, the campaign kind of can work with whatever kind of business you are, and it is mainly based on office-based businesses, but it doesn't necessarily need to be. So we did a case study recently on a company called Thought Crew, and it's a very small company and they don't have an office, they all work remotely at home, and they work with clients where they have to travel up and down the country. So travel was a really good day for them because they realised that if they introduced more social media interaction, webinars, Skype, things like that in terms of doing their meetings, they save so much money on travel and therefore lower their carbon footprint hugely. And I think in the first month after doing 7 days, they managed to reduce their travel by 80% through webinars, and they said that they actually found that the meetings that they were having were more productive, took less time, they were more efficient, got things done. And it's just these little tips that you can do in any workplace that we're hoping by communicating effectively, people will realise, actually, I didn't think of that before, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, I mean this is the final stage, and I guess if we brought up the word communications, but it is all about communicating. Obviously, as a creative campaigns agency that works in communications, that hasn't been too difficult a stage for us, but perhaps it would be good if you can kind of just quickly sum up that you do actually provide that support for people in the 7 Days Challenge. So some people might think it's easy to influence people's behaviour in the office a little bit, but they might be a bit not worried about, oh, how do we then communicate that to other people?
Sure.
It's quite easy, isn't it?
It is easy, and we do encourage people to tell us their stories about what they've been doing on 7 days. So your video blogs are a brilliant example, but if you don't have the time or if companies aren't as confident in doing that, I work with the SMEs that we work with to do case studies. So I will speak to them and all they need to do is tell me a list of things that they've done that week, and I can write a case study that I then put up on our website that they can then use when they're communicating the work that they're doing both internally and externally, because it always looks good to be a sustainable business.
Yeah, definitely.
And the more we can work with people, we work with Sustain magazine quite closely, who've done articles on 7 days, and the more the case studies that we can get in and the more feedback we can get, the more people are going to hear about the campaign, which is fantastic. So the work that Life Science has done is really brilliant this week, so we're really grateful.
Yeah, well, I mean, we just want to say thank you as well, because we think it's been really worthwhile, even though we already work in the green sector, so you think that we would know everything and already be really great. There's been a lot for us to learn as well, and we've really found it a brilliant thing to do, and it's really brought the team closer together. So, yeah, I definitely would encourage other people to do it, and yeah, thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.